Jason Palmer, one of the hosts of The Intelligence, The Economist's daily current affairs podcast. The Economist's award-winning shows make sense of what matters, from our special series on China's president to our weekly podcasts on business, technology, and American politics. Our journalists provide fair, in-depth reporting on the events shaping the world. To get the annual plan for less than $2.50 per month, search for Economist Podcasts Plus to start listening today.
Today on CityCast Pittsburgh, it's fun to go out with friends and your loved ones, making special memories in Pittsburgh. But do you know what can be even better? Doing exactly what you want by yourself for a full day. So we're helping y'all take yourself out on a solo date. It's Valentine's Day, February 14th. I'm Marylee Williams, and here's what Pittsburgh is talking about. I'm with CityCast newsletter editor Francesca Dabecco. Happy Valentine's Day, Francesca.
Hello. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy to be spreading the self-love today.
Yes.
Thanks for having me with you.
Of course, of course.
Marylee, you suggested we do an episode about this. What's your motivation? Why a solo date for Valentine's Day?
You know, while I love spending time with the people in my life and my friends, my partner, my family when I get to see them, I genuinely find that I need to carve away time to take care of me. And I'm not just talking about like all the boring life stuff, like seeing the doctor, going to the grocery store, exercising, blah. I'm talking about doing what you want just for you.
Yeah, I love this. And we wanted to know what all of you do with your me time too. So we put a call out on our Instagram. So we've got some recs from your fellow Pittsburghers, plus our extended CityCast family.
Yes. And we love it that people chimed in. So come along, friends. We are here to help you plan your perfect solo date, a way to recharge and fill your cup.
So we've divided these into categories and we've given them very fun names.
Yes.
The first one is Get Outside. Said like, Pittsburghers say it.
Yeah, I had Francesca say this category name because I am not from Pittsburgh and I cannot properly pronounce that word in a wonderful Pittsburgh accent. But nature is one of the best ways to feed your soul.
True.
I love getting outside when I want to just spend some me time. So, Francesca, if you're planning your perfect park solo date, what would it be?
Well, I'm a Northsider, so I love walking around Allegheny Commons. It's Pittsburgh's oldest park, which is super cool.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's such a gorgeous green space right in the middle of things. I love the city skyline near Lake Elizabeth and walking around Mexican War Streets too. And Marylee, I have 2 vegan-friendly tips for you if you go here.
Ooh, yes. Give me my tips.
Okay, so in the warmer months, I think it's especially fun to have a picnic there.
Oh, yeah.
And I love going to Shadow Benny, which is right there on Brighton Road near the Mexican War Streets, which is vegan Trinidadian food. So good. And then if you skip over to the Mayfly Market on Arch Street, they have homemade sorbet. It's called Gilligan's Sorbet. And it's obviously completely vegan, no milk products in there. And it is just the most refreshing thing. I'm already dreaming about our spring and summer approaching, thinking about this. But those are really fun. But you know what? I'm not alone either. We got some people chiming in saying their recs, and they're similar to mine.
Yeah, awesome. I love getting on the north side, so I'm excited to hear what other people suggested.
Yeah, Caitlin G on Instagram says she likes to get a drink from Allegheny Tavern, walk around Mexican War Streets, and visit Farmer's Daughter. That's in East Allegheny. I love that store. As Miley Cyrus says, I can buy myself flowers.
I mean, look, that is the perfect way to have a solo date. Get yourself something pretty that you like. I mean, flowers are so gorgeous. And like spending a little bit of time wandering the streets, it's a great way to get outside in Pittsburgh.
Totally. And Kelly S. wrote in, she said, I love the aviary. All the birds blow my mind. A nice stroll through the north side all by myself to reflect on the visit.
Oh, yes. Cute birds. Cute birds. Key.
And host Megan Harris has a pro tip. If you don't have time for a full walkthrough of the aviary, you can usually see the Andean condor outside on nice days. So the enclosure is visible from Arch Street, and there is a nice little park there with benches. You can just sit and, see one of the world's largest birds.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, Marylee? If you're going outside, if you're getting outside, where are you going and what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, as I said, I love getting outside when I need to rest and recharge. If I'm going outside, it's got to be a hike in nature while listening to an audiobook.
Oh.
Bonus points, you can basically do all of this for free. So like if you don't want to spend money and still have your perfect solo date, I really recommend this. The first step in this journey is finding your perfect audiobook. So obviously, got to check out the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And if you have not downloaded these library apps, yes, there are apps. I'm about to step up your library game. You're about to be taken into the stratosphere. So if you haven't heard of these, yes, I know Francesca's ready. Libby. A lot of people probably heard of this, Libby. You can check out ebooks. You link up your library card. You can also check out audiobooks, other stuff, lots of things. But also the other one is Hoopla. That one, Hoopla. They have movies, TV shows, audiobooks, ebooks. I really love them for audiobooks, though.
I've heard of Libby, but not Hoopla. What that means, like excitement and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is exciting. This is fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, it's really cool. And so you can get your audiobook from Hoopla. And then the next thing is you got to pick the park you're going to be walking around in to enjoy this audiobook.
Yes.
Yes. One of my favorites is Frick. But I do want to tip you all off to some other parks that are amazing too. So Francesca, do you have any suggestions?
Yes, we love some hidden gem parks. One that I've been wanting to get out to for a long time. I admit I haven't been there, but it's Seldom Seen Greenway in Beachview. Have you heard of this, Marylee?
No, I haven't. It sounds really cool, though.
Yeah, it's off of 19 Sawmill Run Boulevard. The name itself sort of makes it feel like a secret garden.
Yeah.
It takes you through a really cool 1903 brick tunnel. And I recently learned that my grandma grew up back there. It was a really like isolated village at one time, apparently mostly of German immigrants. And it was sort of tucked into the valley between the railroad tracks and the Sawmill Run River. And our host, Megan Harris, said that it's actually one of the few places you can go to climb outdoors in the city of Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Yeah, super cool. But don't do that solo, please.
Yes. You need a friend for that.
Yeah.
That is a 2-person activity.
What's your park recommendation, Marylee?
My other favorite park is Emerald View Park.
Oh,
this one it's so beautiful. The views are worth it.
Yeah.
But it's not that big. You can't really do like a long stroll there. So I would recommend walking around Allentown, exploring that neighborhood, and then maybe ending up at Emerald View Park because the views are absolutely gorgeous. I went there after I got engaged, actually.
Oh, I love that, Marylee. Yes,
Yeah.
go get a non-alcoholic drink from the open road in Allentown and walk down. Enjoy the view. It's stunning. I have some photos of it during the fall time, and the leaves are just incredible with the city skyline.
Oh,
I love that.
So beautiful. But one other thing is that the city also has a really great trail map, which we will link in our show notes so that you can explore what Pittsburgh has to offer.
So next up, hunting and gathering. And we're not talking about hunting our food.
No. These are two people on this microphone right now that do not eat meat.
Yeah. But we are talking about acquiring local supplies and goodies, bringing them home, and having yourself some grand alone time.
Yes, and if you are gathering items to bring home, first, my suggestion is go to Griffin Tea and make yourself the perfect mixture.
Ooh.
Yes.
What's your favorite type of tea, Marylee, or what are you drinking right now?
Right now, I'm really enjoying their Quiet Shire tea, but I drink all kinds of floral tea. So on my perfect hunting and gathering day, I would get myself some tea from Griffin Tea, And then I would set myself up with a little craft project or have a plan to do something crafty. One option is to sign yourself up for a workshop at the Pittsburgh Glass Center.
Oh, those
So,
are so cool.
yeah, they do weeks long classes, but they also have workshops. One they have coming up is a sculpted glass flower
Ooh.
workshop. Yeah, I thought that sounded really cool. And I'll link the classes in the show notes. I did one of their workshops and it was so much fun. They take you through everything. But another and slightly different option is if you're into doing crafts at home, if you want to just cuddle up underneath a blanket, Workshop PGH has DIY kits that you can pick up and bring home.
Yes, a great resource. Always really fun classes. I know that we're supposed to be doing these alone, Marylee, but I would like to tag along to yours and add to it. I think this will go really well with your tea and your crafty vibes. So, do you know the business on the north side, Pittsburgh Candle?
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's in East Allegheny. It's a small little shop. They were doing pop-ups for a long time at markets, but they got a brick and mortar, and I love their scents. But I recently discovered that you can bring any container there to be filled with their scents. Yeah, so it's customizable, really fun. I did this for a couple of Christmas gifts. It turned out so well. Go buy yourself a pretty jar at a thrift store and customize it, bring it home and burn it while you drink that delicious tea, maybe open a book. Sounds like a great time.
So relaxing. So relaxing. But do you have a favorite thrift shop?
Ooh, there's so many good ones. I always seem to get lucky at the Red, White, and Blue. There are a few locations outside of the city.
Yeah.
So that's a good place to go. Get some pretty glassware you can fill.
Yeah, I love glassware from any thrift store. All of my glassware is basically from thrift stores.
Yes.
But speaking of secondhand things, CityCast producer Sophia Lowe, who is behind the scenes with us right now, had a fun, crafty idea, which I love. So go to the Center for Creative Reuse and get paper scraps and like magazines to make a collage.
I love this. The reason why I love this is because you do not have to be particularly artistic to be good at this. You don't have to know how to draw or paint. You just have to cut things out and paste. I did this at the beginning of the year with some friends, sort of like a vision board. And my favorite was cutting out all of the pages that said from the editor's desk. I have like multiple of those.
Of course. Well, one other option too, if you want to keep with the like hands-on theme, Rhea from Instagram suggests taking a pottery class at the Union Project, which I think sounds so awesome.
Yeah, the Union Project is so cool. They have a variety of classes for beginners or drop-in hours. So definitely go check that out in Highland Park. But I've got a couple other suggestions if you want to get into some crafty things. Commonplace Coffee and the Mexican War Streets has been hosting these community craft nights. They're new. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's kind of like you bring your own thing and you just kind of sit and drink coffee and be a part of a community. Yeah. And then there's Proto Haven in Wilkinsburg. It's a maker space with everything from like blacksmithing to wood shop. Just keep an eye on the Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. I always have it stacked with fun things like this.
Yes, definitely subscribe to that. You can find it on our website, and that's pittsburgh.citycast.fm. And while you're there, enjoying all that good stuff we have to offer, you could become a member of CityCast as well.
Yes, you'd really be helping us. We need your support to make shows like this, but also really serious ones like sit downs with the mayor or life hacks for traveling through the airport. I love that episode.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah. We really want to help yins get the most out of our little town.
And you can get ad-free listening on the pod. So what's not to love about that?
Yes.
You can find all the details online at membership.citycast.fm.
Shipping can make or break a sale, so optimize how you ship your orders with ShipStation. They make it easy to automate and manage orders no matter how big your business grows. And they might even be able to help reduce shipping and warehouse costs. So optimize and keep up your momentum for growth with ShipStation. Sign up for your free 60-day trial now at ShipStation.com and use the code POD. That's ShipStation.com with the code POD.
Okay. What's next on our date card, Marylee?
Yes. Now we are entering a category I like to call Scream into the Void.
It's not actually screaming, really. Well, maybe if you want it to be.
No. It's more like things that get out your nervous energy, helps you kind of let loose.
Yeah, that's cool. This one isn't really my thing, but apparently there's a place in Bluff or Uptown, whatever you want to call that neighborhood. It's called the Rage Room, where you can just go and break stuff.
I haven't been there yet, but I feel like it could be a lot of fun to just take some time and, be in a safe environment to kind of, do what you got to do in there. People really like them.
I feel like I just always get upset, like, when I break things. Like, I'm just breaking things generally, so I don't find relief from breaking things. I'm just like,
you're breaking your stuff. I think if it's like a different place, you might feel differently.
Maybe. I know Sophia and Megan both like going to the gym, so maybe a more traditional way of getting that anger out. Megan says she loves lifting weights to really loud music. Marylee, you've started doing that too, right? Or at least the lifting part.
Yeah, I took a group weightlifting class at the Pittsburgh Fitness Project. It went on for like 6 weeks, so it's not really like a one-time solo date thing. But if you want to make it like 6 weeks of me time, it was a really great option. I had a lot of fun. I met some people, learned proper lifting technique.
That's awesome. Getting that strength.
Yes.
And Sophia boxes. Sometimes she goes in the morning at like 7 a.m. for an hour. I admire her for that. I don't necessarily want to do a big workout that early in the morning, but that's always an option.
Yeah, and even if you have no experience with boxing, there's some boxing cardio workouts you can do as like a total beginner. So you've got options like Level Red Boxing in East Liberty and Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in the Strip. Sophia's plug for boxing also has to do with loud music. Sophia says punching gets rid of any pent-up icky feelings.
Good tip, Sophia. I'll consider it. But I do think that dancing has the same energy, sort of shaking out all of those bad vibes. We just did an episode about where to learn how to dance in Pittsburgh. We'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah.
And look out for some local events in the Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. There's Jellyfish, which is a queer dance party. It always looks so much fun. And then this one I love for a solo outing. It's Pittsburgh's official silent party out in Homestead. You get your own headphones, you get to control the volume, and you switch between 3 different DJ channels. I love this.
Yeah, I love silent discos. I actually had one at my wedding.
What? That's so cool. How did you do that?
You can rent the equipment and then you give it to the DJ and then they do it for you. Yeah, I only did 1 music channel. I'm not fancy. I didn't want to have 3. I wanted everybody dancing the same music.
But that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. Silent discos are awesome. They look really funny when you're looking at them and you're not participating in them, but they are super fun to be part of. So give it a chance. But when I'm not dancing and I need some time to myself or I want to blow off some steam for free, and this is easy to do in Pittsburgh, I just find the biggest hill nearby and I walk up it so fast.
Oh my gosh, no.
I do.
Come on my hill then. I hate walking up it.
It feels good. I
don't believe you.
I know you don't, but like if you're really stressed out, trust me on this one, guys. Find the biggest one you got. Straight up.
Okay, I will just have to trust you on that. But Marylee, you also like to play video games or arcade games, right?
Yeah, I do. This is also, I find, a really great way to like blow off some steam. There is a pinball cafe in Lawrenceville that's called Kickback that is perfect for a solo date because it's really not that big on the inside. And I think pinball is honestly a better game to play alone anyway because like great. Otherwise someone's just hovering behind you while you're playing pinball. That's not fun. Kickback has a bunch of like pinball machines. It's awesome. And watching the little metal ball like bang against the things on the inside of the machine is like shockingly soothing.
There's some real childhood joy there.
Yeah, exactly.
On that note, there is also Victory Point Arcade in the South Side. That's a good one for games too.
And the last category, I think it's really important to also treat yourself to some
Yes.
luxury. So this section is all about treating yourself. Yay!
Yes, treat yourself. Get a massage, do something just for you, take care of you, or do something that feels like a luxury, but it's simple. It's just a little treat that breaks up the monotony of life. I love this. Riley on Instagram said that they love to hit up the pretzel shop on the south side and walk around Color Park. I love that. My simple luxury is coffee and a croissant always. I love that.
Yeah, if I'm going luxury, I'm taking myself out to like a nice dinner. I'm bringing a book, somewhere I can sit at the bar, maybe like Spork.
Ooh,
and just
that's a good one.
Sip a
Bloomfield.
cocktail. Yeah. And then I also love King Fly Spirits in the Strip. They have a really nice space, big spacious bar. Just treating yourself. I might actually even also take myself to Apteca. Why not?
Yes. I love those. And this rec also came from Instagram. Take a sound bath with Allura Health and Wellness. I am so intrigued by this,
Yeah.
Marylee. I want to do this so bad. I think really it's all about the frequencies that just soothe you with good vibrations. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but
Yeah.
they don't have a physical space, but check out their calendar for pop-ups.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like it would be really relaxing. But what if I want to pamper myself? Like, where can I go get like some skin treatments, like a facial or something?
Ooh, I have a suggestion. There is Juicy Studio, which just opened their new space in Sharpsburg. I haven't been, but I know people who have, and their skin is just glowing.
Oh, I feel like when people like really do these things to pamper themselves, they look so beautiful. They look so everyone looks radiant, but a little extra something.
Yeah, and we need that in Pittsburgh. We barely see the sun.
For sure.
I have another one. This one is definitely more on the luxury side, but have you ever tried a sensory deprivation tank?
No, I've heard they're super cool. I know people that do them, but I've always been like a little scared of them.
Understandable. It's a little intimidating, but I will say you shouldn't be scared. I did it twice. Basically, you float in water that is set to body temperature, so you don't really feel the difference between you and your surroundings. It's pitch black, it's quiet. You can play music if you want, but the thought is that by turning off all of your sensory input for a little while, you get a sort of hard reset.
Ooh.
There's a couple of places, Pittsburgh Float Lounge, Levity, or Victory Float. When I did this, I felt like when I came out of it, my senses were just like awoken. Like they were just like brighter and just more vibrant. I did it once alone and once with my partner. You can actually do it with someone. But I will say that doing it alone is better.
Perfect solo date idea then.
Yes,
clearly.
yes.
Clearly. Well, let's end on something that's like classically fancy, dinner and a show. Andy D on Instagram loves to catch a movie at the Harris Theater and treat themselves to a comforting Italian meal at Dish Osteria.
Oh, yum. Nothing says I love myself more than a bowl of pasta.
100%.
Andy, I know that this is a solo date for you, but I'm right there with you. Maybe I'll be at the table nearby, also alone.
Francesca will also be on a solo date. I hard agree with this. I did a solo date with myself to the Pittsburgh Symphony. I got myself some sushi before, then I went to the show. The symphony or a movie or a play are like really great places to treat yourself because you can like really immerse yourself in the production. It's just you and the artist. It's so wonderful.
I love that. And Hey Pittsburgh reader Alexa F also wrote in. They said, I love a solo date to Manor Theater in Squirrel Hill. I don't have to share my popcorn, and they have cocktails in the theater if I want to drink too. If I'm feeling hungry before or after, I'll walk over to Howley for some really fantastic Chinese food. They have traditional Chinese and American Chinese. She loves the scallion pancakes, the dry sauteed green beans, and any of the chili pots.
I love that. Solo movies, y'all, are slept on. But also, now I am very hungry.
Thanks, Alexa.
I got to go get myself some food. But Francesca, thank you so much for spending some time with me talking about all the ways that we can take ourselves out for a day on the town. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, this was really fun. And one time I really appreciate not being solo. So thank you for being with me, Marylee.
Aw.
Have a good Valentine's Day, everybody.
That's all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. If you are enjoying the show, please tell a friend, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review, and make sure you are subscribed to our Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye. Francesca, I like it how you have a giant scarf on and I am wearing basically a blanket right now.
It's chilly. The sun's out, but it's chilly.
It is chilly right now.